Hey guys, it's LD Benigay here once again, coming at you from YouTube and Anchor and Spotify. And I'm here to talk about why you need to use the most convenient way to own a house, which are Pag IBIG and bank. These are the two types of financing, the most convenient financing that you could avail in order to own a house. I've had clients just recently ask me why they need to apply for loan, and what I realized was there is still a lack of education towards investment, towards financial freedom to all people of all ages, to all adults of all ages. This is what's lacking in college schools, in universities, even in high schools. So all the people, all these future investors learn these things from their responsible agents or brokers. However, if you fail to find agents who look at you from a perspective of financial freedom, who wants to really help you, then that's a problem. Because I have one client who said, my salary is only this one, and this other agent said that I can still go for loan. And I told him, okay sir, no problem, go to that agent, but when the time comes that you have to loan your property through the bank or Pag IBIG, you will not find him. All of his contact details, all gone. So that's when he asked, he told me, okay sir, let me ask you then, let me inquire from you. And then I gave him all the details. I gave him everything that he needed in order to be approved for the loan. Unfortunately, he still cannot meet the salary requirement. So that's the intro of this talk. Let's dive in why you should loan through bank or Pag IBIG. Why did I say it is the most convenient? There are three things to consider. You, the developer, and the financing institution. That's 1, 2, 3. When you try to buy a house from a developer, the first thing that you need to do is pay the down payment, and that down payment is either paid in a staggered manner for a couple of months or a couple of years, or pay the down payment right there and then. So what happens to the remaining balance? The remaining balance, for sure, you will not be able to afford it in cash. And there are few developers who offer in-house. In-house means you just pay directly to the developer. Okay? So you don't go to the bank or the Pag IBIG. It is the most convenient, however, it is also the most expensive way to finance your house. Most in-house financing only allow about 3 years and an interest rate of up to 10%. So that's quite expensive. Now, if you go for bank or Pag IBIG, there's a promo from China Bank right now that offers a 5% interest rate until June 2021. So if you have a property right now ready for loan takeout, go for China. This is not sponsored by China Bank. Go to China Bank, go to your agent and ask him if your developer is accredited with China Bank. So if the developer is, go for China Bank loan. If not, there are still other banks right now who offer, relatively affordable installment rates. Pag IBIG is also very convenient, especially to the low income earners. They allow up to 600,000 pesos worth of house to be loaned if you are a minimum wage earner. That means if you earn about, how much? 400 per day, and then contribute 200 pesos minimum to, I think it's 200 or 4. Let me do a quick research. 200. Yes, that is correct. So if your monthly contribution is about 200 pesos only, you can buy a house that's up to 600,000 pesos. So those houses are the small row house, but better a small row house than no house, right? You have to keep in mind these three things, right? You, the buyer, the borrower, the developer, and the bank. Let's go back to these three. When you buy a house, you pay the down payment to the developer. Okay? Now, when the down payment is up, when the down payment is finished, the developer will require you to move in the house. And the developer will say, in order for you to move in, you have to pay in full the remaining balance. How can you pay in full if you don't have the money, right? So, for example, 1 million peso house, 20% down payment, so you have to pay 200,000 pesos spot or staggered, your option. And then the 800,000 minimum, you have to pay immediately to the developer in order for you to move in. How can you pay that? You don't have 800,000 pesos. So that's where the financing institution comes in. The developer will say, sir, you don't have money, but we can offer a bank or we can offer Pag IBIG in order to pay on your behalf. So the Pag IBIG or the bank will say, okay, borrower, I will pay your 800,000 pesos, but in turn, you have to pay me that 800,000 pesos plus the interest rate. Very convenient, right? When you do that, well, banks will benefit. Banks will benefit definitely. And that means the house that you paid for is a liability, right? If you shell out money for that something without nothing in return, that's a liability. If you do that. You buy this house, you live in that house, like this house. This house is a liability for me. I'm not earning from this, but I'm living in it. So what will I do in order to turn this house into an asset? Pay in cash, but I don't have the cash. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna buy a condo unit, which is a liability still, but I must do my best to earn from that condo. Either go for Airbnb or rent.ph. Rent that out, earn from the condo. I'm not considering that as a passive income yet, but when the payments are done, then it becomes passive. So that's it. I hope you learned something today. Do not be afraid to loan in the bank or Pag IBIG. Okay? Don't be afraid to go there and ask and let them assess you. Assess you with relative to your current compensation. So those are the two things. And I think tenure is also a big factor in order for you to be approved. And do not be afraid to do that. Or just buy a house. Buy a pre-selling property, buy a pre-selling house, buy a pre-selling condo. Pay that down payment in 3 years. And in 3 years or after the third year, for sure your salary will have already increased. Right? You have already been promoted. So don't discount yourself, your abilities. Dream big and hit big and be patient. Alright? So that's it for today. And I hope you learned something. If you have any more questions, just comment down below in the comment section of this vlog or on Spotify and Anchor. I'm not sure how to comment. I'm just new with the podcast world, but I've been meaning to do. Okay, guys, I've been saying that I have a podcast. Find me on Anchor or Spotify, LD Benigay, and my channel name is Real Estate of Mind. Find me there. What I'm doing here on this platform on YouTube, I'm also doing on Spotify and Anchor. All right. Thank you. Thank you for listening. I value your ears very much. I value your eyes. I value your time. That's why I made a Spotify. I made a podcast, I mean. So thank you and see you tomorrow. Bye.